Hello guys, namaste, welcome back to NG Beauty. I'm so excited for today's video because I will be working with just samples from Sephora, but at the same time I am a little nervous too because these are not all the items that I would usually use. I think some items I would just multitask with. Let's see how it goes. Let me show you what all I have in the box. Every time I bought few items, I got few samples with it. So that's how I have all of them. Not all of them came in this box. There's no Sephora in Panama. Let me just make it clear. So these samples are not the latest or the recent ones. Some of the items have already been blockbusters and they have already been in the market for some time now. I'm shooting this video at night when my kids are sleeping. From the daytime, I have my sunscreen on. I used Cetaphil Hydrating Facial Daily Moisturizer Sunscreen SPF 50. UVA, UVB broad spectrum protection, and I also did my brows in the morning. I used CoverGirl Ultra Fine Brow Pencil in the shade 705 Rich Brown. This is something I've been using for some time now. It doesn't really give you the best brows, because it does not have any fibers, anything. It's just a colored pencil with a spoolie, but it is good to do an everyday look where you don't want your brows to be that heavy, that perfect. You just want them to a little bit more filled and also a little bit more tamed, if I can say that. Anyways, so let's see what all I have in my samples. So I have a sample for Under Eye Brightening Corrector from Becca. I don't know if you can see this properly. It has two different shades. One is Under Eye Brightening Corrector and the other one is Backlit Priming Filter. So this one is the Backlit Priming Filter and this one is the Under Eye Brightening Corrector. The other sample I have is the Becca Never Experienced Bad Face Day Again. What's the name? Okay, so there are two primers basically. One is Backlit Priming Filter and the other one is First Light Priming Filter. So this one is the Backlit Priming Filter and this one is the First Light Priming. The next sample I have is the foundation from Bounce, from Beauty Blender actually. So Bounce is the name of the foundation and I have 4 different shades. I think I'll be using all 4 to create some depth. Let's see how it comes out. I don't think any of these is my shade. I feel this one is too dark, this one is too light, and these two are more towards cooler undertone. The other thing that I have is an eyeshadow. So I have an eyeshadow which looks like this. There is just one sample over here and this one is from Natasha denona. Next thing I see, which is something I can use for different things, is the Urban Decay lipstick sample. Basically it's like all-in-one sample. It has a metallized shade, it has a matte shade, and it has a cream shade. I think I'm going to use this for few things and not just lipsticks. Okay, I have 3 different mascaras. One is from Urban Decay. The other one is from Sephora Size Up Mascara. Sephora Size Up Mascara. And the last one I have here is the one from Huda Beauty, Legit Lashes. If you see, there is no blush. There is just one eyeshadow and there is no eyebrow pencil. There is no eyebrow product. And what else? There is no contour. No bronzer, nothing. So we will have to work with what we have. From both the Becca Primers, one is First Light Priming Filter Instant Complexion Refresh. Quick fix for dull, dehydrated skin, transforms complexion to look fresh, awake and hydrated. Brightens and revives, smooths and evens. The other one is for Radiance Booster and Blurs Imperfection. So I think I'll be using the Backlit Priming Filter, which is this one. Looks, and yeah. So I'll take a little bit onto my finger. apply. I think this one is not meant for specific areas, but just like for the entire face. It's like it has some shimmer in it. I don't know if you are able to make the difference. I don't know if it's visible on camera that much, but it does feel like it has some shimmer in it. Some kind of, I think it works like an illuminator. Yeah, so I have the primer on. I think it's pretty nice. Oh, definitely it has shimmer in it. It does have, I can see some particles like where I feel like I have to blend it into my skin a little more. It does have shimmer in it, it does have. But I think overall the finish looks quite nice. See? My skin is already glowing. The next thing I need is the under eye brightening corrector, again from Becca. Yeah. Okay. I think I was not supposed to take the full thing out. Anyways. So that's how the product looks. It's literally like pinky. It has a pinky undertone. Let's see how it looks on my skin, because of course these products are not exactly my skin tone. So I'm going to take a little bit of the product and just put it under. I think I have lots. Oh my god. Just feeling its consistency, I think it is something that really, I think I have put a lot of product under this eye. Okay, not a problem. We will fix this later. I'll just put this. As I told you, it's not my skin tone. Look how white my under eye area, my eye area is. But it's okay, because we are going to work with just the samples. I'm not going to use any of my products. Yeah, I think I'm going to use a little bit of this onto my forehead. Because remember, I don't have concealer with me. I have to make use of the products that I have. And the last thing I would do is a little bit onto my chin. The next I'll do is my foundation. So if you see, there are 4 different shades in the sample. This one is too dark for me. This one, maybe it will work, but I feel it is light. Maybe I'll have to mix these two. I think that will come out. Oh, okay. Okay, so that's how the palette is. I'll be working with these 2 shades to begin with. The dark shade, that's how the dark shade looks. And I'm going to mix these 2. So when I mixed them, I think it's how the shade looks. I think it's still lighter, but let's see how it looks. Let me just put on one side and see how it comes out. Okay, today I'll be working with, I'm not using a beauty blender today, just like that, no specific reason. This is something new and I just wanted to try it. So it's just like a regular makeup sponge. It's nothing special about it. And let me just blend it. I think it looks fine. It will work. Eyes, I'll use the same foundation on my lids because I don't have a concealer. So I'm going to work with the same product. And because my face is looking so flat right now, we have to contour it. What I'll do is use the same dark shade of foundation and try to contour my face with it. So I'm going to work with my little finger and just... Of course, this will not give me a very hard contour, just lightly will frame my face. And also just warm up a little bit. So these are basically all the places that I usually use contour or a bronzer. And I will blend with the same sponge. For the hairline, I'll just hold my hair back and using the same sponge, I'll just blend it. So basically this will make sure the foundation I used is not leaving a harsh line around the hairline. And also, you know, give your face a little bit of frame, a little bit of depth. So the foundation is done. The next thing is blush. I don't have a blush. So what I will do is work with the Urban Decay lipstick sample. And the one that I want to use is F-Bomb. Take it on my finger. Taking just this much and let's see how it comes. I like to go in a little further and then I will be just blending it with my hand. So that's how it looks. I will put a little on my chin and a little onto my forehead, a little onto the nose as well. Yep, and I will blend this. These are like the normal, usual places I always work with blush. Yeah, and then just work with. Next thing are the eyes, and what I want to do is, because the eyeshadow is like a purple shade, I'm going to use the center shade as like the transition color onto the lids. Yeah, and then just work it onto the lid. I will mostly keep it in the outer, just above the crease. Keep it just above the crease, just to give some depth. I'll be working with the eyeshadow now. This is how it looks. I think this would look just perfect. So I'm just going to add a little bit. Very tiny bit. Just under. Okay. Nice. Well done, Neha. Brows. So there is no brow product, but I'll still stick with just the samples and try to see if we can work around something. This one is from Okay, Urban Decay, and let's see if the Urban Decay Troublemaker. Will this work? This has a lot of fiber in it. I hope I do the right thing. What is it? Don't worry about the spills because we can fix that. So I'm just going to use the spoolie side of my CoverGirl eyebrow pencil and I'm just going to run it through the brow hair. So that's how the brow looks. I think it's fine. It just needs a little bit of finishing in the front. That's it. I'll do the same thing on the other side. This mascara has actually given me like, you know, those bushy eyebrows, which is kind of a trend these days. Sticking with Urban Decay Troublemaker mascara for my lashes too. Time to do the lips, and I will be using the same red shade that I used on my for blush. I'm going to use the same red shade onto the lips. So my makeup is fully done, and not fully, but with whatever products I had, it's done. So I'll just change and come back. So I'm back now with some jewelry and I changed my clothes, and yes, that's how the look came out. I think with limited amount of products, I still managed to get the overall look in place. Few products that I really loved and I would love to buy them. The first product that I used, Illuminating Primer. I think this is amazing. Lift to filter. I just love the way my skin looks right now. I think it is a good product, and this combination of this Becca Primer and the Bounce Foundation, I think it has come out really well, I would say. Another thing, I did not use any primer on my lids. No, I did use, but I did not use the usual Urban Decay primer that I always use. The one that I used was actually an under eye corrector, but I used it as a primer onto my lids, and I think that also worked well. My eyeshadow hasn't creased, and one thing is very usual for me these days now, the foundation, it creases around the laugh lines, but that's like with every other foundation, so that's not something that I should point out. Let me know what you feel about this, and yes, I'll be back with another video. Stay tuned, stay beautiful.